Blinded Veterans and BVA recognized on March 28th. Two small pictures have been included with this Blinded Veterans Day story. The first reveals a formally dressed gentleman holding up a document. The content of the document is not visible in the photo. The same man is accompanied by 3 blinded veterans to his right and 3 also to his left, all of whom are holding white canes that are visible to one extent or another. The gentlemen to the far left and right are holding up the ends of a large banner that extends horizontally across the lower profiles of 5 of the 7 persons in the photo. All of the blinded veterans are dressed somewhat differently, casual in a couple of cases, coat and tie in a couple of others, and military fatigues in one other one. The banner contains the name of the Blinded Veterans Association, the logo, the website URL, the phrase "Serving Blinded Veterans Since World War II," and the words Georgia Regional Group. The photo caption states, Governor Nathan Deal Center displays a state proclamation designating March 28th as Blinded Veterans Day in Georgia. Governor Deal is flanked left to right by Corey Keith, John Gutman, Jesse Jones, Johnny Bush, Norman Jones, and Dennis Darnes. Photo courtesy of Governor Nathan Deal. The second image, taken directly in front of the photo subjects, shows 2 gentlemen walking together side by side. The one on the left is wearing a sweater. The one on the right is wearing a name badge around his neck. Both have faint smiles. In the background are 2 additional individuals who are not sufficiently visible to identify. The caption reads, Blinded veteran James Jackson, front left, takes on much heralded VA Medical Center walk with companionship of VA volunteer Bill McCracken. The events of the day are recounted as follows. State and local government proclamations, meetings with government officials, luncheons, television news spots, and special walks all commemorated National Blind Veterans Day and the founding of the Blinded Veterans Association on March 28, 1945. Late last year, National Secretary Paul Mims became personally motivated by Public Law 111-156, enacted in 2010 by the 111th Congress, with 2 resolutions that designated March 28th as National Blinded Veterans Day. He began petitioning BVA's regional groups and VA blind rehabilitation personnel to recognize the day in 2017. He then offered a number of suggestions. The response surpassed even Paul's hopes and expectations. Our regional groups, even on a limited basis in some cases, got together and made things happen to honor blinded veterans in BVA, he said. It's a testament to what we can do when there is a cause for which we can work and pitch in. Examples include 31 total proclamations in the area covered by the Greater Houston Group alone, and governor's proclamations in Idaho, Georgia, and Florida. Longtime VIST coordinator Evelyn Cabrera Heatwole assisted the Richmond chapter of the Mid-Atlantic Regional Group in organizing a heavily publicized white cane walk outside the medical center following a public reading of the 2010 National Proclamation in the hospital cafeteria. Because of heavy rain outdoors, the group of 14 blinded veterans navigated a second-floor loop above a mall area within the hospital. The unveiling of a BVA birthday cake occurred following the walk. Medical Center Director John A. Brandecker remained for the entire event and walked with Evelyn, who is totally blind herself. 3 members of the Emerald Coast Regional Group, Darrell Goldsmith, Paul Kaufman, and Rain Rich, were each highlighted in a television news segment that same day on WEAR TV3 in Pensacola, Florida. The segment, headlined Blinded Veterans Find Friendship and Purpose in Local Support Group, hailed BVA and VA rehabilitation programs as lifesavers that served as a second family to them following their sight loss. Florida Governor Rick Scott also issued an official proclamation making March 28th Blinded Veterans Day in his state. Soon after, the leadership of the Georgia Regional Group requested a proclamation from the office of Governor Nathan Deal and received word that it would indeed be issued. Group President Jesse Jones pursued a meeting with the governor in which the proclamation would be formally presented to the group. Governor Deal took the time to meet with 6 members of the group in his office on the morning of March 28th. Both the Arizona Central Northern Regional Group and BVA of Wisconsin held special group events in conjunction with the day. Wisconsin President John Carter sent the following account of his group's event. BVA of Wisconsin held its Blinded Veterans Day celebration on March 28th at American Legion Post 434 with a luncheon. Post 434 is located in the city of Oak Creek. Present were 47 members and their guests, blind organization representatives, and family and friends. The Oak Creek Lions, American Legion Post 434, the Sons of the American Legion, and the American Legion Auxiliary volunteered to oversee preparation and the serving of the meal, which was financed with the group's own funds. The meal was attended by all but one of the officers of the group. Secretary Gary Trainor traveled more than 300 miles one way to be present. Special guests included the Executive Director of the Wisconsin Council of the Blind, Executive Director of ABLE, Audio Braille Literacy Enhancement, and the Director of the Milwaukee Library for the Blind. The Zablocki VA Medical Center was represented by Assistant Director James McLean. 3 of Wisconsin's county service officers were also present. Milwaukee VIS Coordinator Leon Haith, a 50-year employee of VA, provided a bus to transport BVA members from the medical center. Our guest speaker was retired Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Zimmerman, the newly appointed VA Secretary for the state of Wisconsin. His presentation encouraged continued collaboration of veterans service organizations with government agencies that work for veterans. The event concluded with a 12-minute video of a portion of the first annual Viper Ride, co-sponsored by BVA of Wisconsin last August, when 39 blinded veterans spent the day motorcycling on southeastern Wisconsin country roads.